Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We are continuing our series on simple self help. And today I would like to present to you Simple Self Help 3. It's the Depth 3 Specialist. And in the art of Jinshin, we have cycles of energy as they cycle deeper into our system. And in Jinshin, we call them a depth. So we have the first cycle of energy with all its functions and attributes. That is our outer surface, the skin surface, and then moving deeper into depth 2. Function is deeper skin, and then moving deeper, depth 3. And so that's where we are today. So we have one very simple hold for you. It's a wonderfully dynamic little hold. It's also Mary Burmeister, who brought the art of Jinshin to the West, called it the natural painkiller, and I call it that too. And this little flow is displayed in this textbook, The Depth. So even if the Depth textbook is for advanced concepts, you can still use all the flow patterns and practice a lot of them on yourself. So the painkiller flow, very, very simple. So we will place one hand on safety energy location 16, which is located right here on the outside of the ankle bone. And then the other hand, we will place it on the 5. So there's not very many rules in the art of Jinshin, but this is one of them, that the right hand is always on location number 5, even if we do the other side. So your hands are pointing down. So if you practice this on someone else, also make sure the hands are pointing down. And you can lean back against something, or place your foot in figure 4 like this, so that it's relaxed for you. So this hold is for any kind of pain in the body. Traditionally, it's used for blood conditions, since, like I said, this is the depth 3 specialist, third cycle of energy. The function is blood, and also wonderful for early flu symptoms. And I'm reading here from the depth because I don't want to leave any of these wonderful symptoms out. This is a great and important hold for any kind of joint pain in the body. For joints, loop your joints if you have arthritic conditions or any kind of joint pain or stiffness for stiff arms or legs, for example. It's great. Arthritic conditions, also wonderfully helpful for neuralgia, rheumatism. It's also called the natural aspirin. So again, for any kind of pain. So let's take a few breaths here. And if you have pain in the body, go to the foot that feels more in need. And when I say feels more in need, maybe you feel some fullness in there, and you can compare it to the other side. If you do the other side, again, you place your right hand on the inside and your left hand on the outside, so you're actually crossing your hands. The fingers, again, are pointing down, so you're like this. So very easy hold to do, particularly also on someone else. This is a great hold also for if someone is in the hospital, right? Because you can get to the feet and you can work right through the sheets. And let's take a few breaths here. So sometimes people ask me, how long do I hold it? And that's a very good question. Jinshin is an art. So first of all, some people, you will see them hold something just even for a moment. They're not aware of releasing certain tensions in their body. But when we are aware of that and we're bringing awareness to it, you can wait till you feel a pulsation. You can feel a pulsation in the different locations. And then just wait for that pulsation to harmonize. And that can take a few minutes. We feel different pulsations as the energy spirals from the skin surface to the core of the body. It moves through different cycles, and we feel that as a different pulsation. So sometimes the pulsation may feel really loud, and then it may almost disappear. That's a different texture. then it may come up again. And so it moves through all these different cycles of energy. And then when the pulsation feels nice and even and harmonized is when you can let go. Another way is that you can feel for the transformation in the locations. Transformation meaning maybe you have some fullness or swelling around the ankle, and as you're holding it, it will start to change. When it is then nice and open, and when this texture of the skin has changed, you can also hold something else. Another good question that people sometimes ask me is, do you only do one side or do you practice both sides? And again, you are the artist, so you can see how that feels. Traditionally, Mary Burmeister, the lady who brought the art of Jinshin to the West, typically used only one side of the flow pattern. And when I went to Japan to study with Kato Sensei, he practiced both sides. He practiced the side that was more in need first, and then went to the other side. I'm just going to go back to the other side for a few minutes because that felt really good to me. So again, you can see what feels good. Certainly with a simple flow or hold like this, you can practice both sides and just also feel the difference between right and left. And I will just ask Tanya to give a little close-up of these locations. So 5 is located right here on the inside. This is the ankle bone, and you can go right off it or go below it, or more to the back. So there are different energy pathways that move around the ankle. So that is totally fine and will be slightly different for anybody. And 16 is located here on the outside. Again, the ankle bone, and you can go right underneath it in this situation with the fingers pointing down. Thank you so much. So again, for any kind of pain in the body, you can hold this, share it with a loved one, with a friend, with a family member. Easy to practice on yourself. And now let's gently take our hands off. We'll come to a close with this session, placing our hands together, keeping the middle fingers up and folding the other fingers around you. Again, harmonizing the third cycle of energy. So that is 2 simple holds that we've done today, 5 and 16. And then this mudra where we hold our middle fingers up. The middle finger harmonizes all fatigue in our body that we can create by stressful lifestyle and any kind of stress in the body. So this is just a wonderful mudra also that you can practice anywhere and anytime. And it looks beautiful too. Right. So thank you all so much for joining. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and for sure share with a loved one who may benefit from it. Thank you so much, and see you all next week.